welcome to the Deep Dive. So if you're running a small, independent wellness business, maybe you're that fantastic local yoga instructor or a Pilates coach, maybe you run a boutique fitness studio, you're probably excellent at the core job, right? The teaching, the human connection.
Absolutely. That's the passion part.
But the business side, that often feels like a mess. Spreadsheets, maybe some crossed fingers.
Yeah, lots of crossed fingers.
The sources we've looked at today, they really cut right to that core pain point. You know, the independent instructor. They often face really inconsistent revenue and honestly massive wasted effort. And it's because they just don't have a structured, automated strategy for getting repeat business and, crucially, referrals. They're trying to scale based just on word of mouth.
Which is great when it happens, but it's so unpredictable.
Exactly.
And that's really where the system, or lack of one, breaks down. I mean, historically, the big barrier to scaling this kind of business was needing those expensive, custom-built CRM systems, customer relationship management tools.
Right, the stuff the big chains use.
Exactly. They let the big guys segment communication, track every single interaction, analyze all the trends. But for the solopreneur, the cost, the complexity, just, well, non-starters.
So the mission for us today is to really extract how small businesses like yours can use cheap, accessible, no-code automation to completely level that playing field.
Yeah, level it right up.
We're aiming to give you a blueprint, basically, for a pretty sophisticated referral engine.
Yeah.
One that provides those high-touch, hyper-personalized client experiences.
Without demanding that you, the owner, spend Sunday night wrestling with 3 different spreadsheets and a pile of sticky notes.
Please, no more sticky notes. We're replacing that manual headache.
With hopefully a perfectly oiled machine. That's the idea.
Okay, let's set the stage a bit more. Let's really define the referral challenge. We know client retention is important, sure, but referrals, they're gold, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely pure gold. You're getting a new customer who's already pre-vetted, they already trust you because their friend does, and it costs you nothing to acquire them.
So why do small businesses struggle so much to get referrals consistently?
Well, our sources really highlight this. Every forgotten follow-up, every piece of untracked feedback, or maybe just that missed chance for a perfectly timed, personalized message.
Yeah.
It translates directly into a lost advocate. The instructor might be absolutely amazing in class, fantastic teacher, but the administrative oversight just kills that loyalty loop.
Ah, okay. So it's the difference between being a great teacher and running a great, scalable business.
Precisely. And what's really fascinating now is that the modern solution doesn't need that 6-figure software anymore.
Right.
It needs something we could call maybe smart data plumbing. It basically means the instructor focuses their input in one main place, but the underlying system uses that input to automatically talk to all the other tools.
Okay, but I can already hear the collective groan from our listeners. You're talking about building a system, and many solopreneurs are already working like 60 hours a week, 0 technical staff.
The stretched thin.
They're thinking, oh great, 5 more tools I have to learn. We need to tackle that resistance, right?
That's a totally fair challenge, and the key insight from the sources is this. You aren't really learning 5 separate systems. You're linking them. You're using one central automation engine.
Okay.
We're really only asking you to get comfortable with one central hub for putting your data in. Then, the automation engine, it handles all the complex stuff behind the scenes.
Okay, let's talk about that engine then. The secret weapon our sources keep highlighting is connecting those everyday business tools, things like Notion, OpenAI, Cloudinary, and Appify, all through one central automation platform, and that's make.com.
Make.com is the absolute game changer here. Think of it like a universal interpreter for your apps, or maybe the central nervous system for your business tech.
Okay, I like that analogy.
It's what lets these often disconnected, usually free or very low-cost platforms instantly communicate with each other. It centralizes the data, and it automates those high-touch workflows that used to take hours of manual effort.
So it's the platform that lets a small studio owner suddenly act like they have a full-time marketing assistant.
Pretty much. Without the salary cost.
Nice.
Okay,
let's unpack this properly. Let's dive into the specific tools, starting with what you called the brain of the operation, knowledge management handled by Notion.
Right.
So for a yoga instructor, why Notion? Why not just a Google Doc or a spreadsheet? What's the difference?
Well, Notion acts as the studio's true business brain.
Yeah.
It really centralizes everything that probably currently lives in 5 different places on your laptop.
Like what?
Your class schedules, detailed client notes and preferences, maybe teacher training guidelines, all those checklists for marketing campaigns. It all goes into Notion.
Okay.
And by syncing this hub with Make.com, every single piece of business intelligence, a client note, a bit of feedback, a booked class, can automatically trigger an immediate high-value action somewhere else.
Give us a really concrete example, a specific workflow. Show us the power of that automation. Like, how much time does this actually save someone each week?
Okay, let's run a full retention loop. Let's say a new client, Sarah, finishes her first hot flow class. Great.
Yep.
Before she leaves, maybe she fills out a quick feedback form on a tablet you have there. Notion instantly logs her attendance and her feedback. Maybe she mentioned she loved the music, especially the deep bass,
Okay.
but also mentioned, maybe quietly, that she's struggling with some low back pain.
Right. Common issue.
Very. So Make.com sees that new login Notion and instantly queues up a perfectly tailored thank you email. It's a general thanks for coming, but with one personalized line about the music she liked.
Okay, that's step 1, instant personalization. Nice catch.
Step 2 is crucial. Make.com also updates Sarah's client profile in Notion, tagging her automatically for low back pain interest.
Ah, okay.
Then the system automatically schedules a future action. Let's say 2 weeks from now, she gets another email. But this one has a personalized, gentle video clip showing modifications for low back issues.
Wow.
And maybe it's followed by an invitation to a specialized workshop you happen to be running next month on back care.
Hold on. So the instructor does nothing manually after Sarah fills out that first form.
Nothing manually for that sequence. That proactive, personalized engagement, it drives satisfaction, it drives repeat attendance, and it builds trust. Because Sarah feels seen, she feels listened to.
Yeah, definitely.
If the instructor had to manually review dozens of client profiles every day, remember all those little details?
Yeah.
This would just never happen consistently.
So how much time saved, realistically?
This level of consistency, it could easily save an instructor, say, 5 to 10 hours of admin work a week, just in follow-up and personalization alone.
Okay, 5 to 10 hours. That suddenly makes the time investment for setting up Notion seem a lot more compelling, doesn't it?
It really shifts the calculation.
Right, now let's make that communication even smarter. Let's move to the next tool, OpenAI. Now, most people hear AI and think, writing generic social media posts.
Yeah, that's a common use case, sure.
But the sources we looked at show its real power here is actually far more targeted. It's not just about creation.
Exactly. The true magic, especially for retention and referrals, lies in insight generation. Yes, OpenAI is brilliant at generating custom, engaging, consistent outreach based on where that client is in their journey, like drafting that follow-up email we just talked about.
Right.
But it really excels at analysis. It can summarize all that collected client feedback from those little Notion log surveys, comments, maybe loyalty program submissions, and it can surface the genuine recurring trends and, importantly, the service gaps.
Okay, so if multiple clients happen to mention that the studio's online booking system is a bit clunky, or maybe the 6 a.m. class is always freezing cold,
Yeah.
the AI aggregates those themes and flags them for the owner automatically. So the owner doesn't have to wade through 50 pages of random notes.
Exactly that. It spots the patterns you'd almost certainly miss if you were doing it manually. And then acting on those summarized insights demonstrates really profound, genuine care. Well, you send an email saying, hey, everyone, we heard you about the cold 6 a.m. class. We've adjusted the thermostat schedule. That kind of proactive improvement, it boosts retention dramatically.
I can see that.
And it makes those clients significantly more likely to refer friends who are looking for a studio that doesn't just listen, but actually adjusts, that acts on feedback.
That really is the ultimate retention hack, isn't it?
Yeah.
Showing you listen and adapt.
Okay, powerful stuff. Now let's switch gears a bit to the visual side. Content is king in wellness marketing. We all know that.
Visuals are huge.
But media management, photos, videos, it can be such an overwhelming burden for a small operator. So Cloudinary is the next piece of this puzzle.
Right. Cloudinary basically handles the storing, the optimizing, and the sharing of all that visual content. The beautiful class photos, quick instructional videos, client testimonials.
Without automation, managing all that media is a massive bottleneck. You take a great video, but then you spend 45 minutes trying to compress it so it doesn't crash your client's phone when they open the newsletter. We've all been there.
Oh, totally. That's a fantastic point. It's not just storage, it's making the content actually usable. So how does Make.com connect here? How does it automate that specific pain point?
So Make.com can say, pull new photos from a shared drive folder right after class and send them straight to Cloudinary. Cloudinary then automatically processes them based on rules you set up.
Like what kind of rules?
Think about automatically adding your studio logo, watermarking group photos right after class for quick branded sharing on Instagram,
Oh, nice.
or automatically compressing that large testimonial video clip so it's ready for immediate inclusion in the email sequence that OpenAI just drafted based on a tag from Notion. It streamlines your entire content lifecycle from capture to sharing.
And how does that loop back specifically to the referral engine?
Well, referral campaigns really rely on timely, professional-looking assets. Quick access to this curated, optimized media enables easy things like client shoutouts or maybe highlight reels featuring loyal students who become your genuine brand ambassadors.
Ah, okay.
You're essentially giving your advocates the polished, ready-to-share assets they need to spread the word effectively, and all without the studio owner needing a degree in graphic design or video editing.
Right. Makes sense. Okay, so we've covered managing the brain with Notion, the voice with OpenAI, and the visuals with Cloudinary. Now for the actual client experience layer, Appify. This one sounds maybe the most technical. Can a non-technical instructor really build their own apps?
Yes, absolutely. Because Appify is essentially a no-code drag-and-drop template builder specifically for creating simple digital interfaces. We're not talking about building the next killer iPhone game here.
Okay, great.
We're talking about spinning up simple, branded mobile or web apps dedicated just to the studio. Maybe just for handling a loyalty program, or for class check-ins, or for structured feedback forms that feed right back into Notion.
So it's basically like a digital front door, maybe replacing the old paper punch card for loyalty.
Precisely. A modern branded version of that. And the connected benefit, the reason this fits into the ecosystem, is that the data from this app flows instantly back into the main system via Make.com.
Ah, the plumbing again.
Plumbing again. It logs attendance. It instantly distributes loyalty rewards. It updates marketing lists in Notion in real time. This eliminates all that manual tracking friction around loyalty and engagement.
And what's the specific referral hook you could build into something like this?
Well, because the whole system now knows exactly who is loyal, when they last interacted, what feedback they gave, the app can automate the referral incentive.
How?
An Appify-based program could automatically track a client's progress toward a referral reward. It could notify them, hey, you're just one referral away from a free class, and it could even send them friendly reminders or prompts to share their unique referral link with friends.
Oh, that's clever.
It perfectly incentivizes advocacy while removing every single bit of manual tracking work from the instructor's already full plate.
I have to admit, seeing how these 5 tools, Notion, Make.com, OpenAI, Cloudinary, and Appify, actually work together, it really transforms them from just a checklist of complicated apps into, like you said, a synchronized engine. It makes a small business seem incredibly sophisticated operationally.
It truly does. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it helps explain why clients are increasingly expecting this level of personalized, seamless service, even from small studios.
You mean customer expectations are rising?
Definitely. Our sources referenced MindBody's 2023 Wellness Index. It found that nearly 70% of fitness consumers prefer brands that communicate with them based on their specific interests and activity history.
70%, wow. That's a huge data point.
Yeah.
It really validates why this kind of automation isn't just a nice to have anymore. It feels like a strategic necessity. If you're not personalizing your outreach based on what you know about your clients, you are immediately missing out on potentially 7 out of 10 loyal customers or potential loyal customers.
That's the takeaway. Small teams are now unlocking capabilities that were previously reserved only for the big chains with huge budgets. Things like analyzing massive amounts of customer feedback almost instantly and launching really targeted retention campaigns, all without the immense overhead.
Yeah.
This technology allows them to meet that 70% expectation for personalization, but crucially, without sacrificing the authenticity and the direct human connection that made them special in the first place.
That's the key, isn't it? They're solving the operational bottlenecks with technology so they can actually dedicate their finite time and energy to the quality and the depth of the actual instruction, the human part.
That is absolutely the goal.
Okay, so for you, the listener, the learner, here are the 6 really actionable steps we've distilled from our sources. Steps you can use to apply this knowledge pretty much immediately and start building your own automated referral engine.
And it starts with shifting your mindset, really. Moving from purely manual tracking to thinking in terms of automated flow.
Okay, step number 1, centralize. Use Notion as that central hub for all your standard operating procedures, your client profiles, your business processes. Make it your single source of truth.
Number 2, automate communication. Connect your email tools, your scheduling tools, whatever you use. Connect them to your management platform, probably Notion via make.com. Get that consistent, timely, hyper-personalized outreach flowing automatically.
Number 3, harness AI. Use OpenAI not just for creating content, but maybe even more critically for that instant feedback analysis. Spot those service gaps, find those recurring comments, and proactively solve problems before clients drift away.
Number 4, streamline media. Integrate Cloudinary for easy, automated image and video management. Link that professional-looking content directly to your loyalty programs, your referral campaigns, your social sharing. Make it easy.
Number 5, build digital experiences. Create those simple, friction-free, client-facing apps with Appify. Use them to foster ongoing engagement, manage loyalty, and handle automated reward distribution. Make it easy for clients to interact and get rewarded. And finally, number 6, measure and iterate. Use automated reporting dashboards which can pull data right from your Notion hub via makein.com to monitor your growth, track what's working, what's not, and continuously refine your strategies based on real, holistic data, not just gut feelings.
The shift here is, well, it's profound, really. Wellness entrepreneurs, you no longer need to rely on juggling spreadsheets and sticky notes to provide world-class client experiences. The right tech stack, used smartly, amplifies your voice and genuinely deepens those vital client relationships.
Yeah.
It makes loyalty and referrals a predictable pipeline, not just a happy accident when someone happens to mention you.
A predictable pipeline. I like the sound of that.
Now, here's a final, maybe provocative thought for you to consider as you go about your day. In a marketplace where consistency and authenticity are what really win trust, if technology handles all those operational bottlenecks, the tracking, the scheduling, the follow-up, how much more capacity do you, the small business owner, now have? How much more energy can you dedicate purely to the quality, the depth, the magic of the in-person experience?
That's a great question.
The future of growth for small studios, we think, relies entirely on using tech wisely to amplify that human element, not replace it. So go build something